Okay guys, time for a treat. I talk on my channel a lot about eating healthy, and I have not had a donut in like a long time. I've like cut all junk, all sweets. I don't eat much junk at all. Not that I really had a lot, except when I was younger. Sorry, I'm chewing. I worked at an ice cream place, and I gained tons of weight. I gained tons. I had like no self-control. I was going through something. I like seriously had like this eating disorder after like the abortion. I don't know why, but I think just because I hit like a forced abortion, I was down so low that I was finding some way to find love, right? And I found comfort in food. And I remember being really just like going to stuff to fill me. And I didn't have God in my life really then. So I would go to stuff. And I remember I was allowed to raid the cupboards. My mom let me. I think she knew that I was trying to deal with stuff. And I remember like, a thing of Oreos or a half a gallon of ice cream in one sitting. And I was dating this guy, Mike, my second boyfriend, and he liked me even though I was gaining weight. I mean, he was still into me, and I was like the biggest I had been. And, I just could not control myself. So, when you go through an eating disorder or whatever you go through, it's great to have that control. Another thing that happened is after the abortion, my mother wanted to cheer me up, and she went and brought me clothes. I was allowed to go in Manchester on South Willow Street and buy a bunch of clothes. And so that was my go-to after food. And it was easily over $100. Maybe it was $200. She just let me go and get a bunch of clothes. And then it was, I was given a car, almost everything to make up for what had happened. And I was trying to think. Oh yeah, and then after the abortion, I just, 1 year boyfriend, and I was just, relationships became pretty short term. I mean, Mike was a short term, but it was easy for me to break with him, not just because he broke into my best friend's home, but because I already had the ability to break up with my first boyfriend. And I hadn't really done that before, right? I hadn't really had broken relationships. So, when you are taught, and I'll be doing a video with my face after instead of a donut, but I've got a donut and milk here. When you are taught it's okay to have sex, but babies are not okay. That's what I was taught. It is very easy for girls to go into that pattern after that, to be like, oh, let's divorce sex from babies and let's just have sex without having babies. And, from there, after, the condom broke, I was put on the pill. And, from there, it was okay to have sex as long as you don't get pregnant. That was the message. Just go ahead and have sex with whoever, whenever, just don't get pregnant. So when we divorce babies, which I love babies, I absolutely love babies. When we divorce that from sex, we are truly hurting ourselves. What babies do with most women is, like, I've been in church and I I'll hold somebody's baby I don't even know. I ask to hold their baby, and I will, help watch their baby for a little bit because I just love babies. Babies should soften women. We should be as women extremely nurturing, and babies should soften us, and we should have a very big desire to have children. We should, as women. As I'm in the workforce, there's a lot of women I work with All over the years, I've worked with tons of women. And, we can be rough and we can shut off our natural desires. We can act like men, but we really are at our best when we do not divorce sex from babies.